And we are good. How are you today, Lucas?
I am great. I'm great. I had a really nice day back from the military for a weekend. So, I was out. Uh, yeah, I'm just enjoying my time while I'm home.
Perfect. Well, welcome everyone to another episode of Gripsport Latino. Today, I like to think that I can fly across the world with Gripsport Latino. And this is the first time we have a guest from Lithuania. Correct me if I mispronounced, but for me, it's in Spanish is Lithuania. But how do you say Lithuania?
Just Lithuania, Lithuania. You said it good. You said it good.
Perfect. So, Lucas, please, we would like to know who is Lukas Valatka.
Yeah. So right now I'm a soldier, I guess. I was a part of the draft in the Lithuanian military, so I'm a soldier, but in grip sport. So I do mainly armlifting, but I also do other grip sport feats. I like steel bending. I have the wrist developer. I have some other implements. I have the golden potatoes from couch potato strong guys. And overall, I just love doing various grip stuff. I did some Olympic weightlifting a little bit with a coach, but I didn't really like it, so I quit. Then I did powerlifting, and eventually in 2019, I found about grip. I started doing kettlebell farmer walks. Then I found out about grippers. I bought some grippers. Then I bought fat grips, and it just kept rolling. Now I have a bunch of different implements, and it's gone
Nice.
crazy.
Hey, Lucas, and how old are you right now?
I'm 23,
22,
23, yeah. 23, 23.
23. Oh, okay. Oh, you're super like younger than I thought. I am 31. And well, you were telling me that you are into the military,
Yeah, yeah, right now, yeah.
but does it mean that you are just going to be there just for a short period, not like a career path?
Oh no, it's there's draft in Lithuania, and I was picked, you know, and I'm gonna be drafted for 9 months. So it's been 1 month already, so 8 more to go. Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing this as a career. Yeah.
Okay. And after the military, you do you plan to pursue any career, any or studies? Which are your plans like after the military is over?
Well, actually, I am really passionate about helping people in for example in grip sport. I really like the aspect of coaching, and eventually, I think I would love to be a coach, maybe a strength coach. I mean, ideally, I would love to be a grip strength coach. I mean, that would be ideally the path I choose, but something along the lines of maybe helping people. So yeah.
Perfect. Lucas, and you were telling me that you found out about grip training some years ago, like 5 years ago in 2019. How was it? How did you find out about grip sport?
So I guess mainly was the various strongmen, Mark Felix and others doing various grip feats, crushing apples, carrying heavy objects, rope pulling. And one guy that really inspired me was Dennis Rogers. Do you know who he is?
Yes, I saw him on History Channel, like the putting the nails on the table and bending frying pans. So yes.
Yeah. So yeah, he inspired me a lot, and I kind of want to be like him. We're like I'm 5'9", 175 centimeters, so he's like similar build to mine, and his strength is just insane to me. So he's not really a gripster, I guess. He's a strong man, but the grip aspect is very focused in his training. So yeah, I kind of want to be something like him, not just good at rolling thunder, but just having strong hands and everything like that. Just be built strong like him. That's my goal. Yeah. So that's how I
Perfect.
got started with grip. Yeah. And then I noticed, other guys like Adam Glass, Jed Johnson, Dujimufu also played a big part. And yeah, it just kept going.
Perfect. And Lucas, did you practice any sport while growing up? Like what sports did you practice before getting into grip?
So I dabbled in a lot, I guess a lot of sport, but I never really took them seriously. I just I don't know how to say it, just like uh out of after school activities. So like football, field tennis, table tennis, a little bit of swimming, but nothing like too professional. I was never like a high school athlete or anything. I would do some calisthenics here and there. But, I started going to the gym at like 16, but just dabbled around in very different sports, but never took anything really serious. Grip sports like the most serious I was ever about sport, I guess.
Perfect. And when you did powerlifting, I have like I think there's an IPF World Championship like happening right now in Lithuania, right? So
Yep,
I
yeah.
guess I guess powerlifting must be like really developed, really like big over there, right?
Well, yeah, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. I see the IPF happening a lot in Lithuania. Actually, it's pretty frequent here. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty big. I guess. Yeah. A lot of people train it.
So did you have the chance to, I don't know, train with any IPF star in powerlifting, or how was it for you, like when you were into powerlifting?
Well, I mean, I haven't really trained, I guess, with IPF stars, but I do go to this old like Soviet style gym, which is, I mean, now it's expanding. Now it's a lot of new equipment and everything, but it's like a basement. It has a unique atmosphere, and a lot of like I'm not gonna say like old people, but like old school, like this is like old school environment where a lot of veterans come and very strong people come there, like 300 kilo deadlifts and yeah, just crazy strong people. They're all in, but it's mainly a Olympic weightlifting gym, so a lot of Olympic weightlifters go there, which also very strong athletic guys, and it's a very nice atmosphere. It's not like a commercial gym, but it's an old school brutal gym, and I just love going there. So yeah, but
Nice.
IPL pros not really, I guess.
Okay. And Lucas, you were watching like social media stuff about grip, and you found out about grip sport and grip training. Which was the first piece of equipment that you had to build strong hands? What did you buy or build? How was it?
So my very first grip equipment, it was either the fat grips or grippers. I bought both of them from Rogue, Europe, and I bought a set of grippers from Sport to 3. So I have them all lined up, and I have fat grips, and that's how I started. We were doing fat grip deadlifts and some grippers, and maybe some hangs with the fat grips, and that's how I started. Yeah.
Nice. And then, did you buy any like grip tool, like the hub or any rolling handle? How was like the history of your collection? Because I have seen in your post that you have plenty of implements.
Well, yeah. So then I got well, I asked for I believe it was Christmas or no, I think it was my birthday. I asked for a rolling handle from Strength Shop. So I guess that was my first like real equipment. It was a 68 millimeter diameter, so like 2.5 inch or something like that, rolling handle. So that was like my first like real equipment, like arm lifting equipment, I guess. And then I have some homemade like a 4 inch pipe, like it's like this when I grab it. I have a wooden ball, also like 3 inches diameter, wooden pinch blocks. One is like 8 centimeters, other is like 4 centimeters. I have some other homemade stuff. Like I have a kind of like a finish ball, but it's even smaller. Like it's like a very small ball. I have more. Oh, I have an Excalibur Virgo bar, and then later on I bought a lot of stuff. I have a Sidewinder grip twister from Sport Grips, the wrist developer, Vulcan gripper from David Horn as well. I also won the giveaway from Golden Grip. I won their rolling handle and the pinch block. Um, I have uh, I have a hub. My friend bought me a hub as a gift. Golden potatoes from the Golden Potato guys. Just a lot of stuff now. A lot of stuff.
It's a huge collection. And do you train with all the equipment at home, or do you go to the gym and carrying in your bag? How do you do it?
You see, my the gym I go to is actually not owned, but is actually one of the guys who runs Armlifting in our country. Is actually
Oh,
like one of the main guys in the gym. So we have a lot of grip equipment in the gym. Axles, sacks, and pinch blocks, rolling handles, also a lot of stuff. So I don't need to carry them, but it depends on the mood. I mean, if I want to have a really good session at home, I can train at home. If I want to go to the gym with some friends or whatever, I can go to the gym. So I can train whatever and have a great workout. So that's how I live right now. It's great.
excellent. I really like it. And when I was like making the questions for our interview, I reminded that Sidrūnas Savikas is from Lithuania, right?
Yep, yep. He is.
He must be like a national hero, right?
I mean, now I don't know if he's retired. I mean, he's still actually, I still see him competing. At least last year, I still saw him competing. But yeah, he's like in the strength world. Yeah, he's a big guy. He has his own like I don't know if it still goes on, but he had like a TV show where he commented on other strongman competitions, and obviously all his victories. Like if we go back like I don't know 8, 10 years ago, then he was when he was at the biggest, and yeah, everybody was just
Does
crazy.
does he have any gym or anywhere like that you can, I don't know, meet him or see him training or go to train with him, or is it like my more of a reserved person? How is it? Does he have any business over there?
I'm not sure if he has it anymore. I think they went bankrupt, if I'm not mistaken. But he did have like gyms in Vilnius and other towns. He did have multiple like actual like, commercial gyms, but I think they're closed. At least one of them closed. I'm not sure, but yeah, something happened. Yeah, but he did have.
Okay. Well, Lucas, you mentioned that you knew about Adam Glass, Jet Johnson, but well, in my case, I knew mostly about grip through social media, Instagram, and YouTube. So I wanted to know who was the first people that you could watch doing grip that inspired you, like doing magnificent feats of strength.
I think well, I mean, I guess it's Dennis Rogers, right? But like something out of the social media world more, it would be probably Juju Mufu. He was big into grip. Had Larry Wheels and all these other guys come in and just do the rolling thunders. Eventually, he had his grip genie stuff, and seeing that was really fun. Doing, so yeah, watching Juju move, yeah, definitely. I think Juju move played a big part in spreading grip to me, pretty much.
And well, since you told me that you started in 2019, did you
Yeah.
have like were people actually doing grip in Lithuania before you? I ask you that because you are the first person from Lithuania that I know that does grip and it goes to competition and stuff. So tell me everything.
When I started, it was pretty much nobody, I guess. But officially, officially, the first armlifting competitions I think started in 2018. It was started. They did start in Mariampolė, which is actually the city I serve in right now in the military. And they started in Mariampolė, and they were started by the strongest guy we have right now in armlifting, which is also the first guy who contacted me when I started doing grip. And then it's Thomas Mierzwickis. I don't know if you know him.
Not
He
really.
has he is the number one. He has the world record on all thumbs by
Oh,
Jokabug. So yeah, he's like the strongest guy in grip in Lithuania, and he started doing competitions in 2018, and he still does them to this day. So yeah, yeah, that's how it started. And in 2022, Lithuania Armlifting Federation started doing like the, I guess, official sanctioned competitions that we have now.
perfect. Before jumping into the subjects that we spoke before the interview, I wanted to know which are your grip goals for 2024.
Well, it's actually very hard for me to set grip goals because I'm home every 2 to 3 weeks. I don't have any equipment to train. Back in the military, I don't really have anything. I use a chair to train. I have this little stool, whatever. I just do whatever I can, wrist curls or whatever. They don't let us use the pull bars or anything, so I can't really train. So I don't know if I can really set any goals for 2024. But it's hard right now. It's hard
But
to
in
train.
example, if you bring a gripper, could you use it, or they are not allowing even to bring grippers to the military?
Well, right now, for the first 3 months, we pretty much cannot train. Like that's the rule. We cannot train outside of the official, I guess the classes. We cannot really train. I mean, some people let us, but it's not officially allowed. So right now, I'm not gonna risk it. But after 3 months, we're gonna move to a different unit in a different town, and there we should be able to train. There's a gym, everything, and I believe I could bring my grippers there. So after like two extra, like I think in not September, but 1 month earlier, I'm gonna be moving to another city where I'm gonna be able to probably bring my grippers. So then I'm gonna be able to train a little bit better. Maybe then I can answer your question. Right now, it's hard.
No, but it's good to know because well, I can imagine that you must be like running and doing many like full body activities like all the week. So you must have a lot of training during the military, right?
Depends. Some weeks, yeah, we have some training, but for the past few weeks, it was mainly communications, medicine. So we were doing a lot of in class and just sitting, learning, doing exams and everything, and just not a lot of physical activity. It depends, but yeah, it could be more. It really isn't that hard right now. It's like the basic soldier course right now. So it's a lot of information, but not a lot of the actual movement yet. It's gonna be more a bit later.
Okay. Well, I hope that you can like pass these 3 months that you can do another regular workout because oh man, if I were not allowed to do the workout, it would be like why?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, man. At least I have the chair.
Yes, you got something exactly. There's always something that you can do to like stay to remain like mentally health, you know. But yeah, training it's like they always say that training is a marathon. So after the 3 months, you will be back like stronger than ever. I am really sure about that.
I hope so. I hope so.
Well, since you are not allowed to work out so much this month, I wanted to know which are your long-term goals. What would you like to achieve, like in years after training? Like any great feat of strength or competing outside of Lithuania in another country? What would you like to achieve?
So some of my goals are I really want to lift 180 kilos on the axle eventually. I really want to be able to dominate number three gripper. Like just close it whenever, close it. I really want to lift like 90 kilos on the Saxon bar. Hinge block 45, 40 kilos, something like that. Rolling grip thing. I have a rolling grip thing. I want to lift around also around 90, 85, 90 kilos on that. So I have some specific big goals. Not sure when I'm gonna reach them, but yeah, I have pretty big goals. Yeah, eventually.
Perfect. I am sure you're going to achieve them. If you keep on doing it, you will, 100%. And do you have any desire to like meet any other like grip country or grip athletes? Since you're in Europe, I am asking.
Maybe eventually when everything settles, when life is more stable, everything, I want to start thinking about maybe going through like other competitions in other countries and everything, meet some other people. But honestly, the grip scene in Lithuania is growing. So a lot of new people come here, and a lot of like really strong people. Like even in a new competitions come very strong people just out of nowhere. Just lift like 95 kilos on the rolling thunder out of nowhere. So a lot of new strong people come here. So it's fun to look at them as well. So we have a lot of action in Lithuania still, it's still developing a lot. So it's still interesting here.
So people in Lithuania is into strength sports, right? Like bodybuilding, powerlifting, strongman. In general, people like that sport, right?
Well, yeah, I don't know if I can say in general, but but the people who do strength sports, there are a lot of actually serious, smart people and very gifted people. Some very very gifted people. Yeah.
I want to give you an example, like because strength sports are niche sports. Like I don't think that it's ever going to be like mainstream sports like football or all the other sports that are like moving masses. But in example, here in Chile, I think powerlifting has gone bigger after the pandemic, but I think that there must not be more like 15 guys lifting over 300 kilos on deadlift. And no one has ever lifted over 400 kilos on a deadlift. How are that numbers in Lithuania, considering that you have Sidrunas that has lifted over 400? Like, do you think the number can be bigger? Like, it's more common to lift 300 kilograms on a deadlift in Lithuania?
Oh yeah, I've definitely seen. I've seen another guy lift over 400 kilos. That's not the Jonas. We have Vito Taflalas and his brother. Also very strong guys. Also like actually big strong man back in the days. Won the Arnold Classic as well. We have some Karolis Alexandravicius. Also, I believe he lifted 400 kilos. And yeah, 300 kilos. Yeah, I think we have quite a lot of people who can do it in Lithuania. I think it's more than 15.
Nice. So let's jump into Armlifting Lithuania. I want to cover the early roots of the federation. How did it? How was it born? Tell me everything.
Well, It was born in, if I'm not mistaken, well, yeah, I think it was born in 2022. We had a first Armlifting Championship right around this time. It was happening in next month, which is also going to happen next month in July this year. And yeah, it's pretty much going to be a third championship right now, upcoming in July 6th. And hopefully I can participate. But yeah, it started pretty recently, yeah, so only the third championship, but it's been going great. You know, from the first championship, everything was professional, you know, obviously. Some lifts maybe couldn't have counted, some lifts maybe should have counted. You know, it wasn't very, stable, I guess. The judging was not, the best, of course, first championship. But now it's better. More competitions, more knowledge, bigger budgets. We have even more interesting events. At first, it was, just casual axle, rolling thunder, whatever. Now we have some competitions where we have Saxon bar. Maybe we're gonna have some other fun grip exercises. It's expanding and it's getting better right now. So yeah, it's really fun. Really fun.
And do you have male athletes and female as well?
Yep. We have actually quite a lot of female. Well, I mean, quite a lot. It's not like a lot, it's not like 100 females, but it's growing, and we have even female weight classes. They're not like very. We don't have a lot of females, but I guess compared to the males, it's not like there's like one female and 100 males. It's actually pretty balanced. So yeah, we have all kinds of weight classes, and they're all pretty filled. So it's pretty nice, and it's the sport is still growing. It's very new, and it's still growing. It's fun to see.
And are you like under any like American federation like Armlifting USA or GSI or something like that?
I'm not sure about that. I mean, we're an Armlifting Federation. I'm not sure what's our connection with the big boys in the USA. I'm really not sure. I'm not the one running it. I just participate in the competitions.
Yeah, but in example, when the disciplines of the tournaments, do you do them like to fully lock out, or do you use like the knock bar like in the rest of I don't know, Finland or England? How do you do it?
Oh yeah, we use a full lockout on everything. Yeah, we don't have the knob bars, so we're like Armlifting USA, I guess. Everything is done to lockout.
Nice, nice. And well, I know that you don't have like the any position on the federation yet. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it would be great to see you like doing a King Kong or any GSI competition because, uh, well, the rules are different. You can lift different weights. Like in example, Little Big Horn has a huge difference when you do it on GSI compared to arm lifting rules, like 20 or 30 kilos more that you can move. And well, if you ever happen to have like a King Kong, it would be like impressive. Another new country full of strong athletes to like show up, it would be super great to happen. So if the president of Armlifting Lithuania is watching the interview, please join GSI. It will be super good. Um,
Yeah, I've never tried doing anything like with a homemade nog bar or anything, but I think it would be very fun. Because the lockouts, they could be judged differently. Maybe we have maybe someone has like very different leverages, and it's hard to see if you're like really locked out. Because usually it's just one judge. I mean, it's just one judge from like in front of you. So
yeah.
not it can't be perfect every time, but a knock bar, just lift it up as long as you're not bracing it. You hit the knock bar, it's a good lift. So it would be fun to try it, fun to see how much more you can lift, and it's a whole different sport, I guess.
Yeah, it's different. And I think as a there's like a good approach that I don't remember who did it, but some competitions can be like double sanctioned. In example, you can do the rolling grip thing and one hand like finish ball, and that can be used with the knock bar. And if you also have the Saxon bar and the axle, that can be judged to lockout. I think it's easier to judge those two because they are just a deadlift with a different bar, so easier to get the lockout, I think. But yes, it would be great to see you doing the knock bar version, Lucas. And when you have done the like the competitions of Lithuania last year or from this year, have you received any visitors from other countries, like in example from Belarus or Ukraine?
Yeah, we have had some guests from Estonia, strong men from Estonia, um, and they have appeared at, I believe, two competitions now. And even one of them, actually, I'm not sure if one of them or both of them have won. Like I believe one of them won the overall or something like that. But they have won. Like actually, they got the gold medal. And yeah, very strong guys. We have, but hopefully we're gonna get some guys from Latvia, maybe some other neighboring countries.
Nice. I didn't know that there was like a grip athletes or people interested in grip in Estonia. Super interesting. Do they have like a development like you have in Lithuania, or were the people like trying for the first time?
I don't think they have anything. Well, maybe they have like, some local stuff, but I don't think they have a federation or anything. And these were just strongmen. These were not really like grip athletes, I guess, but they were actually like strongmen doing stuff. And you know, the federation invited them, I believe, and maybe they're gonna invite us back. Maybe they're gonna spread the word. Make competitions of their own, and maybe invite some Lithuanian guys over to their place. Maybe spread the news across all the Baltic states. Latvia as well. So it's a first step to spreading it amongst our neighbors, I guess.
Perfect. And I wanted to know, do you have any like relationship with the government since you federated the sport, or to say it in other words, why did you make a federation in Lithuania of the sport? Because it sounds super serious and super big. So I wanted to know what's like the main goal of having a federation of arm lifting.
Well, I'm not. I did not make the federation. I'm not like a part of it in any way, really.
Uh huh.
So I don't know about all of that. But I mean, if I had to guess, it's just to make the sport official. It's not just to make it not a basement sport where some people just come and lift some things, but make it an actual sport that's sanctioned, has rules, has rankings, trophies, medals, everything, and get more people actually serious about the sport, to actually prepare for it and spread the word and everything.
Perfect. So I wanted to also know. Uh, I was watching on my map on Google Maps, and I saw that you are like neighbor countries with Poland. Do you know if there's any arm lifting in Poland or grip sport?
Um, I haven't really heard about it. I mean, there are some like strong grip guys from Poland. I believe Grab's grip is Polish, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
I think, if I'm not mixing up people, he's very strong. And there are other people, but I'm not really sure they have a federation. I'm not sure. I cannot answer that. But there are very strong guys in grip. Yeah.
perfect. Well, jumping into the topic number two, coaching by Sam and Jayland. Let's start with Sam. How did you find out about Sam?
I'm not 100% sure how I found out. I think it was Instagram. I think it was Instagram. I was just scrolling around and I just happened to find him. And then I saw he was offering grip coaching. And I saw you, I believe I saw one of his feats, either was the inch dumbbell pressing or pinch plate, like two 20-kilo plates. I saw his feet and I was like very impressed. And then I saw he does the coaching, and then we talked a little, and then yeah, I started getting coaching by him.
And how was your experience being coached by Sam?
Oh, it was great. It was great. Always sent the routines. Always did helped out with various stuff. We adapted the program based on needs and everything. And my gains have skyrocketed, and I have also learned a lot. But it's a different style. It was when I first started training under him. It was like there was my program, and then was his. It was like completely different to what I did. It's just and now after having being coached by Sam and Jalen, it's a lot of learned a lot of stuff, a lot of tips, tricks, and everything. And now I have uh, a very great understanding of how everything works. I think. No, I don't think I could be a coach right now, but like I did learn a lot of stuff from Sam and Jalen.
And I wanted to know a little of the experience being coached by Jalen because, well, I have never been a student of Jalen. I know he's super strong and that in a really short time he has killed many feats of strength that many guys like can be trying to hit for 20 years and not making it happening. So, how was your experience with Jalen?
It was absolutely amazing because his style of training actually resonated more with me because uh, Sam's training is a lot of volume, a lot of frequency, and Jalen's training is a lot of intensity, not a lot of volume, and then a lot of rest. Obviously, it's not going to be the same program for everybody, but I'm just saying that Jalen loves intensity and Sam loves volume, so it's completely different people. But overall, Jalen is just amazing as a coach. I tend to ask a lot of questions, sometimes dumb questions, and he answers them very thoroughly. He's very patient. He's gonna help out with everything. He's just a great coach. And also, I did a huge PR with bench. Like I did. I don't think I've ever done above 24 kilos on my metal 6 centimeter bench block before. And under his coaching, I just, I decided to try and just see how much I've improved. And I just 32 kilos, just 8 kilo PR out of nowhere, just jumped up. So I was super excited. So bench gains were just really great with Jalen. And my thick bar actually improved a lot under Sam as well. So just everything improved. I learned a lot of different tips under both coaches.
Perfect. Well, considering that right now you are serving in the military, but before the military, Jayland sent us a question for you. Jayland wants to know what did you do to like make arm lifting and grip sport bigger in Lithuania before the military, of course.
Well, I guess just when I started, I didn't have all this equipment, that I have now. So I was going to the gym like 4 days a week, and every single time I did, grip. Every single every single session, I would do grip. And people came up, they started asking, what is this? Let me try, let me do this, see how much I can lift. And just people started, liking it, started doing it themselves. You know, uh, Eventually I got my friend into grip. he wasn't really like fond of sports. He was never really like an athlete or anything. I tried getting him into like overall going to the gym, like doing bench press and everything. He didn't like it. I showed him grip and he loved it. Now he still does it. Now he's really passionate about it. So I spread the word to my friends, some other people. And yeah, just helping out other people that come to the gym. Mainly just helping people who come to the gym. Sometimes I bring my own implements to the gym, show them around. I brought the wrist wrench one time, and a lot of people were interested, and some were humbled even. Because it was 40,
Yeah.
it's like 40 kilos. I can do that. Just come up and just doesn't budge at all. So just pretty much just sharing equipment, sharing some, what is this? What am I doing? Yeah, but yeah, I wasn't really like making events or anything like that.
And do you happen to receive like questions on Instagram like, "Hey, what are you doing? What's the sport?" On any questions about grip from people that lives in Lithuania as well?
Oh, I mean, in Lithuania, it's not really like, what am I doing? I'm not really like big on Instagram. Most people who like my posts or share my posts are already big gripsters. In Lithuania, it's not that big yet, but I don't post that much. But I mean, we talk a little bit to some other Lithuanian guys in real life and on Instagram as well. Yeah, we talk a little bit about that, but I'm not like, people don't write me a lot like as a guidance, looking for guidance. I'm not that strong yet, I guess.
But you will be. I am 100%
I
sure.
will be. Well, I believe it too.
Lucas, let's jump into your questions for me. You had some questions for me.
So yeah, let me just look into them 1 second. I just don't want to mess them up. 1 second. So yeah, my first question to you was, can you tell me about the history of evolution of grip sport in Chile? So how you went from nothing to local meetups. Now you're making your own grip tools. Also, and always just a big figure in grip roll. So how did it all start for you?
Well, it all started for me because I mean, I wasn't like I was part of the beginning of group sport in Chile, but I am not the first guy who did anything for group sport. The first guy who did something for group sport is the founder of Armlifting Chile. He is Bruno Gonzalez, and he spoke to me when back in the day I was doing powerlifting for the IPF. I went to championships. I was fully into it. And Bruno told me, "Hey, there is this sport with the grippers, and we lift weight from the floor, and it's about grip, you know." And he showed me all the Iron Man stuff, Rolling Thunder, the Hub, and he was like, "You should try. Hey, you should get some equipment. You maybe you could be good at this sport." And I was like, "Yeah, no, maybe, but I'm not interested. I am focused on powerlifting." So at the beginning, I didn't like pay any attention. But in 2018, I stopped doing powerlifting like in a competitive way. And I was like, oh, well, I have the opportunity to try something new. And I bought my first equipment, which was a rolling handle made in Chile for a fabricator, a really good fabricator, but that retired from from doing grip equipment. It was so sad because we back in the day we needed him, and then I am trying to become that fabricator that that brings all the equipment for Chile and South America. So I started to be more curious about grip and to look for people on the internet. This was 2018. And well, Bruno shared the information that he knew back in the day, which was mostly about Armlifting USA. He knew Ricardo Magni, he knew Jet Johnson, he knew maybe Adam Glass, I don't know. But that was like the first approach. And then I started to study myself because since I know English and I like to read, I started reading many posts, watching all the videos. I remember that I used to take my phone and put grip on Instagram, and everything that said grip, I was like follow, 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 and watching all the posts. And I was super like inspired because I saw people from Finland, Canada, USA, UK, Russia, Belarus, many countries that they were like into these grip tools, and they could compare to each other. And you can do this at a, you can do this sport at home. You don't need so much space to practice, and it was super fun. And I was like, man, I really like it. So in 2018, 2019, the first things that I did was call my friends and tell them, hey, come and try this sport. It's super fun. I come from a past where I did calisthenics and I used to compete in calisthenics. So I have many fit and strong friends. So they were like 100% into it. Oh, yeah, let's do it. And a couple of them got some grippers and some equipment, but they were not like as committed to the sport as you and me, mostly because we didn't have any official equipment to be like part of any ranking international as an international level. And I don't know, we weren't like thinking about doing any organization or federation. We were younger back then. Like when I started, I was like 25, so I didn't do too much like activities. I wasn't into it, and also I was like getting out of college, so my mind was into getting a job, getting married with my wife. I am already married, so I didn't do many like public activities at the beginning. Um, but I was really like focused into training and do some PRs and achieve a good level so people from the other countries can see me and see, oh, this guy is good, and we can share experience, share knowledge. uh, so I was training a lot of grippers. I knew about the Dini stones, so I bought like some replicas for training the Dini stones. And from 2019 until 2021, I was like focused on myself, not doing so much for like a group or community. But I was like trying to be stronger, coaching like, I mean, training by myself, like testing new things. I got like 2 or 3 injuries like on my fingers because I tried to mix rock climbing with grip. Not a good idea. So that was my like my training like experiment, you know. And then I got stuck. Maybe it happened to you at some point, but I got stuck in some levels. In example, I couldn't go past 32 kilos on pinch. I couldn't go past 70 kilos on the rolling handle. And I couldn't go past like 135 RGC on my grippers, which was a hybrid from Canon PowerWorks or the GHP6. I couldn't go past that, and I was like starting to get frustrated and watching online guys like doing PRs every week, and I was like, man, what is missing right here? And I thought maybe I should get a coach. And back in the day, the only coach around was Jet Johnson, and it's super good as I have heard, but it was too expensive. I didn't have a job back then, so uh, and then I got a job. I kept training, and I knew about Sam because I have many like people that I was following on Instagram Wales, from England, from those countries on the UK, and they knew Sam, and I was like, "Hey, do you know this guy? How is he as a coach?" Because some of them, in example, my friend Kevin, I don't remember his Instagram, but he's from the UK. Kevin knew Sam, and I saw videos from him being coached by Sam because Sam used to do like these open clinics so people can come to the gym and try some grip, and he was like, I recommend you to be coached by Sam. 100% do it. He's a super good coach, super strong. So I tried to I hired Sam as a coach, and I have been his student ever since. And after I was coached by Sam, I think many doors opened for me because I got stronger. And since I got stronger, I started like to call the attention from other people on Instagram, especially overseas, like from the US and from, I don't know, Italy back in the day when Tiziano was into grip, from the UK. And I started to think that, well, I used to publish everything on my personal account, and then I decided to do this division. Like, I want to have a page that is just for grip because I don't want to, like, I don't know. The friends from my wife don't care about if I do grip or close a number three or something. They only want to see pictures, and I was like, yeah, I am going to do this side project. Um, by the way, Bruno was the one who invited me into Gripsport, but Bruno lives in a different city, like away from me in Chile. So we don't get the chance to see each other so much. And he started like in, I think in 2020 or 2021, he did the first King Kong in Chile. So he was in parallel doing competitions. I think he did like 5 competitions during those years, like King Kong 2 years in a row. Um, some like classic competition like from his hometown. Like his town is called Melipilla, so he did like the Melipilla Grip Sport Classic or something, and then he did some Armlifting USA events, and so he was like developing the sport like under his hand with Armlifting Chile, and I started to think, maybe I could do like some federation or some organization myself, but I wanted to do it like with the crossbar, like GSI, because I liked it more. Plus, it was like a more, it was cheaper than joining Armlifting USA back in the day. So that's how I created Gripsport Latino. And with Gripsport Latino, I started doing the podcast, and with the podcast, I gained like more visibility in many countries and more interactions with other people. And doing the podcast, I had the opportunity to learn a lot from people from all over the world. So, with all this knowledge, there was a time where people from Chile told me, like people who was into arm wrestling, hey, you should come with us, and I would like you to teach us what you know about grip. And that's where I knew one or two people which are part of my team right now. I just needed like training partners. And after I could make like the group with people who was into grip like serious and that wanted to be into the rankings and all that stuff, and then everything came easily. Like, yeah, let's do a contest. We did a contest. Hey, buying equipment and bringing it to Chile, it's too expensive. Let's figure out how to make the equipment. And I meet with a super good friend of mine who's into welding. He teach me how to weld, and I started building equipment. And then everything was like happening after all these years, like I had the chance to grow on Instagram and people showed interest because thanks to social media, everyone can watch like Larry Wheels or Yuji Mufu using the grippers. And they were like, after watching my reels, hey, I didn't knew that there was a grip sport in Chile. So can we train with you? Yes, you can, and that's how it became what is today. And well, we expect to do more contests as long as people is interested. And one of my main mission is to be stronger, so they can like come to beat me or use me as a guide, and I can show them how to gain strength, like in my experience. So that's it.
Awesome, awesome to hear. Uh, very a very long, I guess, journey. A lot of stuff happened. And yeah, I actually I actually thought you were the actually was the main guy who started it all. I didn't know it was Bruno.
No,
Uh,
yes, it's Bruno, and I wanted to say that his work is like amazing because apart from Gripsport, he's the owner of a fitness store. He does like barbells, powerlifting plates, and many other fitness equipment. That's his main occupation, and he has invested a lot of money in grip as well. In example, he has inch dumbbells from Nathan. He has gloves. He has a lot of stuff. So he's doing a great work as well.
oh, I wish I had some like the whole collection of Nathan Hall belts and blocks. That would be the dream if I had the
It,
money.
it's the dream. It's an expensive dream. It's super
Very
expensive.
expensive.
So I mean, I'm happy for the ones who can afford it, but yeah, expensive and hard.
Very.
It's hard as well to have the strength to lift those things. So double. I mean, it's a great difficulty, like financial and physical.
Yeah. Now there's like the 120 kilo and like the 35 kilo blob and 120 kilo bell. I don't know who's gonna lift those, but that's gonna be crazy to see.
I was talking to Jayland these days, and he told me that he wants to give it a try. So we will see if he's the first.
We'll see. He is very strong. He's making like crazy waves in grip sport. So it could happen. Yeah. Um. So what are your goals in grip, and where do you see grip sport? In the future, 5 years maybe from now.
uh, my goals for grip, I have like super particular feats that I'd love to achieve. Um, like in the short term, I would love to pinch two 20-kilo plates. I would love to lift the inch dumbbell. And I would love to close my heaviest gripper, which is a 178 pound 3.5. Those are my like main goals, like as an athlete. Um, in the like many years on the future, I would love to pinch two 25 kilo plates. I would love to lift the Millennium Dumbbell someday. I have that dream. And on grippers, I would love to be like the first person in Chile to close a number four, even with a deep set. It would be like a dream to me. I don't know if that's possible, but I'm working every day to find out. Because I am not afraid to be the first to do things in Chile or to have people thinking that I am weird because I am doing this crazy sport. So I want to go for it. And in parallel, as a promoter, my main goal is to have like the whole world to know that we practice grip here in Chile. That we are not like a couple of guys who are not strong or that just want to mess around with weight. I would love to have Chile perceived as a country that can lift weight and that have a strong grip. That's what I want to do, and all the activities that I do is to gather great talent, gather great athletes, and to be part, like a respected part of the Greek community worldwide. So that's what I
Very
like to
good.
achieve. And about the sport in some years, thanks to social media and thanks to all the marketing and thanks to all the efforts that we are doing in our countries, I see that it is going to grow. I think it's not going to be so easy to have it like mainstream, but as manufacturers, as grip fabricators, we have a mission to like make the equipment available and make the equipment like to give the chance to people to try the grip tools and see that they are missing a really fun way to training and a really like good experience. So I think it's going to grow. It's not going to be like crazy big, but in 5 years I hope that here in Chile we have like, I don't know, 20 serious athletes around my country and that can spread the word. That's what I like to see in the future.
Awesome. Awesome. And yeah, yeah. For group to go mainstream, a lot of work, a lot of money has to be put in. I think I think like lifting the belts and the blobs and doing like ripping cards and everything, that's like really fun. But then buying the blobs and the belts is very expensive. So like to have them in implements for various people to try and see maybe they get hooked on grip, it would be very expensive, very hard. So yeah, making it actually mainstream and then it would be very hard. Yeah, I think so. Um, and also one more question. Maybe who are your favorite grip athletes and who are maybe you have some people who you want to see in grip sport? Maybe some arm wrestlers or some strongmen.
Yes, I was thinking about this question because it's super hard to pick, like which is my favorite. So I wanted to do it like for like picking the best guys from some countries that I know that have awesome grip athletes. In example, from the US, like my one of my all-time favorite is Paul Knight. Do you know him?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I, is he certified on the number four? I think so,
No,
right?
no. He is certified
No,
on the
no,
3.5, and
no,
I think he
no, fine.
didn't
Yeah.
do the number 4. Yeah, he couldn't make it, but he was like one of my main sources of motivation, like in 2018, because he was a beast for the grippers, a beast. His
Yeah,
videos are
yeah.
amazing. Well, also,
I love.
uh, sorry, tell me.
Oh, I just want to say, I think I learned how to set a gripper from him. I think that was the first video I've seen on how to set a
Yes,
gripper.
yes, he has a great tutorial. I remember. And well, there's Paul Knight, and do you know Tanner Merkel?
Oh yeah, yeah. He doesn't do grip anymore, as far as I know, but yeah, he's very strong, very strong.
As far as I know, he had an injury on a finger, so he stopped. I hope he comes back someday because when I started in 2018, he was like the world champion, like back to back 2 years. And when I watched his Instagram post, he was like getting stronger every time that he posted something, and he was good at everything with the rolling
Yeah,
handle, with the pinch. He was able to do many one-arm pull-ups with the grip tools, with the little big horn, with the crusher, and then he took the grippers and he was able to close the number 4, and I was like, dude, this guy is like crazy. And I was super impressed with his performance. So it's sad that he's not like posting grip stuff anymore or not competing, but I admire him like deeply. And well, those two guys are not like into social media anymore, but I think that the guy that inspires me the most these days, and that I like to watch his content and to see his journey, is Jalen W Grip. He arrived to the grip world like to crush it, because he has not been into grip for I think more than 1 year and a half, or at most 2 years, and he conquered the Mash Monster ladder. He conquered the blobs. He lifted the inch dumbbell with both hands. So, and plus he's a super nice guy. So those are the guys that I admire the most. You know, from the US.
Yeah.
From Canada, I would like to say Eric Roussain, because he has a lot of responsibilities in his life. Like, he has 4 kids, a job, and he is like a big promoter. He is the one who organizes King Kong. He's the one who organizes tournaments in Canada, arm wrestling tournaments and arm lifting and grip sport. And he also is an athlete. So I don't know how can he juggle everything, but it's like big respect doing all what he does. And well, from the UK, obviously I want to say that Sam Salami is the one that I look up to, because he's a beast and he's a great guy. I wanted to mention Nathan Hall, because of what he has done, closing the four with the credit card. And because I like her so much, Jen Tivenham. I don't know if you heard about her. From the
Oh yeah, yeah.
She's from the US but lives in the UK. She's a great athlete and great friend of mine, so I look up to her as well. And well, as an honorable mention, Timo Lautamus from Finland. If you haven't heard of him, I have an interview of him, but he's a truly beast overall. From Australia, Joe Hodgson, Ben Cossey, and Isaac Pitt. I admire them a lot. And from Greece, Panagiotis Kalamidas. Have you seen him like lifting the inch dumbbells? He's super strong as well.
Oh yeah, I talked to him. Yeah, he's a very nice guy. He does a lot of bell lifting mainly. Yeah, I've seen him do. Yeah, I know him. Yeah, very strong.
Well, those guys are the ones that I admire the most, and the people who I'd like to see try and grip. I thought like immediately in three people. Two of them are strongmen. The first one, the Mountain, after Julius Bjornsson. I would love to see him try and grip, because he is amongst the strongest in the world. I saw him trying a powerlifting competition and he did super well. He is super strong. He must have really huge hands, so I guess he will do well, and he will give us like a big surprise if he tried. Um, well, the other one, they say he's the best of all time. Sidruna Savikas. It would be great to see him try and grip, like rolling handle, grippers, pinch. Who knows? Maybe he will give like a big surprise to the world. And imagine having like the Armlifting Lithuania competitions with Sidrunas competing. I think it will be great that you reach him to participate. Like
Yeah.
if the president of the Federation Armlifting Lithuania is listening, invite Sidrunas. It will be a great addition, and I am sure he will like motivate many people to try grip as well. That's what happens with Odd Hagen in the US. So that works, and well, and the other one that I'd love to see try and grip, it's Russian beast. Maybe you have seen him, Andrei Smaev. Have you heard about him?
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, I found out about him in the early days before everybody knew him. You know, seeing him do the one arm chin ups, 100 plus kilo, added weight in the fucking in the floor. Sorry. I don't know if we can swear here. In the park, doing the plus 100 kilos, weighted chin-ups. Yeah, it's crazy stuff. Very strong.
Well, since I was into calisthenics back in the day, I remember that back in the day, Matthew Slat was like the strongest of them all, like strongest on dip, on pull up, on one arm chin ups. But then when Andrei Smaev appeared like on an Adam Raw video, it was like, man, I didn't knew that this was possible. The chin ups, and
Yeah,
he was also strong at powerlifting. He could bench
yeah.
like 300, deadlift 300, and squatted a lot of weight. Man, that dude is a beast. I don't know if you have seen, but there's a video of him using a Captains of Crush number 2.5, and that the guy is like this, like nothing, like warming up. I don't, man, the guy is a beast.
I've
So
not I've not seen that video, but when I saw the pull up that he's doing, and he weighs like 120 or something kilos himself, and he's doing heavier weight than Zlat and all the other guys as well, as way more than them, and doing all the stuff he does as well, or the weights that he lifts in the gym. It's like when I saw him, my jaw just dropped completely. He's to me still to this day like one of the most like freakiest athletes I've ever seen. Yeah, Smile is crazy. Yeah.
it's amazing. Well, Lucas, the last words of this episode belong to you. Which message would you like to share with the audience that are going to watch our interview with the Gripsport Latino audience and to the rest of the world? What would you like to share with them?
Well, I guess since grip sport is not really a big sport, you know, I guess spread the word about grip sport, and maybe if someone new to grip sport ends up watching this episode, just know that grip sport is a very, very wide sport. It's not just rolling thunder and grippers. And I believe that every single person can find something fun in grip. An implement, a niche, it could be steel bending, it could be arm lifting, whatever. I believe that every single person can find something fun in grip. And I believe that uh, grip should be a part of everybody's routines, whether you're a powerlifter or any other athlete. So I just believe that grip is very fun and it should be bigger than it is right now. So that's what I'm going to say.
Excellent, my friend. Well, I wanted to thank you for your time. It was really great to know more about you and know more about grip sport and arm lifting in Lithuania. And I hope that you, as an organization, keep growing. I hope that these 3 months pass quickly so you can get back to training. And well, I hope that we can meet in person someday. I hope to visit Europe soon. So I hope that we have the time to meet. Uh, Hoping that in a competition, if I can jump into a competition from Lithuania, I would love it. So I hope we can meet soon. And to all the viewers, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for future episodes of Gripsport Latino.
Thank you and have a nice day.
Have a nice day, guys.